Hello, B. Crittenden Freeman here, and this is clip number 2 in regards to the issue of my membership being revoked in the club. And I'm completing on this letter that I received, the email I received from the club chair. And in it, he said that I have the right to petition this revoking. The expense for this petition will not be the expense of this club, and a secondary party will be used if you wish to petition the members of this club. That basically means that the secondary party would receive anything I wanted to write, and they would be the ones to mail things out. And they have a listing here of the expenses: 45 cents for each postage, 50 cents for each letter, 50 cents for each member, for each address, label, and envelope, and then $50 labor to put together letters and mail them. Sounds like over $200 worth of work that supposedly I would have to pay for in this so-called petition process. Well, I refuse to do that. That is obviously a process that is set up for failure. For number one, obviously a mailing does not need to go out to regular mail. It can go out via email, and it can go out via email without revealing anyone's email addresses. That can be done. It's very doable. So number one, putting the expense out there is in fact discrimination. It's discrimination via classism. Classism meaning those who can afford such a process and those who cannot afford such a process. So the intent here with such a ridiculous process is to discriminate and to discourage, hopefully to make people go away. In my case, I just absolutely refuse to engage in such a process. Number two, the reason I will not engage into is members of the club don't want to receive a letter like this. And they don't want to, they're going to look at it and say, oh, please, can't people do better than that? The members of the club are going to say, oh, come on, can't the board and other members get along better than this? This is so immature. So I will not participate in such a behavior that I personally consider discrimination via classism. This is a classist action process that they are perpetrating on people. It also says down here, this letter will be sent to you via registered mail, which never happened. I never got a registered mailing. So this came from the club chair. Once again, they had a secret meeting. I was not there. I was not invited to be there. That goes against everything we say we believe. A man is innocent until proven guilty. He then has a right to face his accusers. He certainly has a right to defend himself. At the very least, if anyone thought there was a problem, you think they would have spoken to me in advance, saying, hey, listen, man, that we see this type of problem here. We want to encourage you to do this so that this problem is alleviated. That never occurred. So what really went down here is I was encouraging change within the organization, and the members of the board felt threatened by change. This was a power move they made. Secret meetings, behind closed doors. When you ask them for data to back up with their statements, they refuse to give anything. This is total power. This is total politics. This is what we say we are against in America. This is what we say we don't believe in. There was supposed to be an election. Email went out saying there was an election. The board of directors did not hold an election. They decided who was and who's not going to be on the board themselves. Again, things which are totally against what we believe in America. The fact that they've done this, and apparently have done it once before that I'm aware of now at this point, they could not care about due process. They don't care about American values and principles, and don't care about, obviously, about being held accountable, as they've told me to my face. Again, this is completely unacceptable. I will be fighting this in every which way that I can. And the first step is by putting it out here in the public. And by all means, I challenge anyone watching this to ask them about it. Next clip. Thank you.